Hey, hey. I am Tina Cannon of Jaded Kisses Designs, and I come Monday through Friday with tips on marketing, mindset, style, all the things that I do. So, come on in, come on in. All right. My future's so bright, I need sunglasses looking ass. All right, so it's Monday, and I truly believe that Sundays and Mondays are like the best days for manifesting what you want, cleaning up, writing, just truly working your magic, working your juju when it comes to your business, your brand image, and who you are as an entrepreneur. So with shifting to entrepreneurship as a woman of color, we are the creators, we're the mothers, we are the people who come up with ideas, we fix stuff with duct tape, we do all the things that naturally provide solutions. So if you are a mom and you have a bit of a hustle to you, like a little bit of get up and go type vibe to you, you can create a world of income based on the things that you naturally do well. So jumping to the title, I am going to title this Sell Your Brain. I was going to do Sell Your Brand, but that's kind of cheesy to me, and I prefer Sell Your Brain. Most women, most mompreneurs, most people who are creative artists, people who have to come up with solutions on a day-to-day basis, when it becomes a part of who you are, it allows you to naturally move and maneuver in a way that people who have to follow specific 1 through 10 guidelines, and that's all they do for their life, it allows you to maneuver a little bit differently. So for a person who just has to work for someone else, you work for someone else, they tell you what to do, everything about your day is written out. It's 8 o'clock, we clock in, 8:30, we on break, 8:45, we pretend to do some business for XYZ company. We on the phone, we might be talking to our booth for about 30 minutes. Somewhere past, we might do a little work, 12 o'clock lunch, come back 1:30 when you're supposed to be back at like 1, and you dread the whole process. Working for yourself and being able to create from everything that your hand touches is a different thing, because there's no one to critique you other than the market, other than the person who is putting money in your hand to do whatever it is that you provide value for them. Money. So when you're starting up as a mom, entrepreneur, person that's interested in fashion, business, branding, it's all mindset. Everything about life that you're seeing is currently past. It was based off a thought that you had, a desire that you had, something that you wanted. Like, the number one way to manifest something that you're seeing currently is to want it like a mug, like to really, really want it to the point where you taste it, see it, feel it, smell it, like you close your eyes and you automatically go to your dream house, your dream job, your dream, whatever it is that you really, really want. There's a feeling and a vibration associated to that. So when you learn to sell your brain based off of the things that bring you passion, bring you like, make you feel like you're helping humanity in some way, and helps you grow, you want to sell your brain. First question I would say to ask yourself is, what do you know? Like, what is it that you know and you can do or teach in a systematic approach, as in, this is what you do from XYZ that takes a person from point A to point B. How to tie a shoe in 10 steps. How to take care of a tattoo after you firstly get it. What to do when you're an introvert, whatever it is that makes you you, your authentic self, whatever that is, take that and be able to package that and be able to sit down and write down all the things that you can do to create income that people are asking for, people pay you for, and you have a passion for doing. On this list about knowing what it is that you do, don't put anything that you're not like excited about. Not saying that I'm not always excited about sewing sometimes. Sticking my finger, cutting dust with allergies, like it's all kinds of things that come with sewing that's not the final, you see it on the runway and it's all glammed and she's sewn in her dress and it's fit like a glove. Like, there's a process to get from an idea I had to seeing something come down the runway and it's all me. And I think about all the the shopping days, the times I pricked my finger, all of that was a thought. So tip 2, what value can you provide in exchange for your time, your services, who you are? If you are into wanting to start as a fashion blogger, what value can you provide that's different from what's already out there and sets yourself apart as someone who is authentic, someone who can be seen as an expert in your niche, and something that solves a pain point for people? The biggest thing about most consumers, they're emotional. Think about it. When we're sad, breakups, new births, whatever the emotion is, are tied to certain aspects of life. The ones where you feel it, like breakups. Most thing right around breakups, the highest bought thing is ice cream and chocolate. So people are emotional creatures. One, even the marketing that you see on TV is geared to spark something that in you, like a type of emotion. Because if you have an emotion set to something, it causes your brain to like react in a different way. So knowing the value that you can provide, knowing what you do, and being able to package that in a way that solves problems and creates win-win situations for not just you, but the brands that you're wanting to help. Like, everyone has about 5 skills or 5 talents, if you really, really think about it. If you're someone who enjoys being outdoors, that's a skill. Not everybody likes being in nature. I like nature. Nature just doesn't like me just as much. I go outside and I hive up and allergies be drolling. Like, I have to walk outside in a bubble sometimes, but I love being in nature. That's not a job for me. Like, if I go out there and a little bit dip my toe in the water and come back, that's my speed. But for someone else who loves nature, has lived in nature, knows everything about all the plants and all of that, that's for them. So knowing what it is that you value, as a lot of people are shifting from just working a 9 to 5 to beginning to start to do like some things on the side to bring in the amount of money that they actually need to be able to like live and survive. Most companies pay below survival wages. And if you are a mom, anybody with more than just yourself to take care of, even if that's family that you help every now and then, you can't do that on a $10 to $20 an hour salary. So my give back, my selfish giving is sharing tips and tools to help you move from just being a consumer and working a job for the rest of your life just because it pays bills, moving to something that requires you to think and be more creative to create the things that you're wanting. So as new entrepreneurs, the thing that I see most that people like kind of push and pull with is stating their fee. And I'm not gonna just say them, I'm gonna say that was a thing for me for a very, very long time. I wanted to do the couture gowns and all of those things, but when people would ask me how much I wanted to do the couture work, all the hand beating, all the custom dyeing, like I do all of those things, and I would have a price in my mind, and then because I was new, I would shy away from stating what my fee was. And I had to get over there really, really quickly, especially if you have bills to pay. Like, that shit gets old quick. So knowing your value, knowing what you bring to the table, and solving problems for your clients in a way that is win-win. Most new entrepreneurs normally send proposals and packets and things to brands that they want to work with, but the things that they're sending out only benefit them. That's the biggest way, the fastest way to get a no from a brand that you respect, and a fastest way to lose respect for someone. Yes, we're all in business. Yes, we all have fees. Yes, we all have things that we want to do other than do philanthropic stuff. There was a church that used to hit me every year talking about a philanthropic effort. And I'd be like, but you're charging. Like, if I wanted to attend your event, not as a blogger, not as anything dealing with social media or writing, if I was just coming as a person who's interested in getting into your event to help support the girls, like, to get an admission ticket is a grip, like, and it's going to be over at least 500 people there. So let's just say those tickets was $1.50, and this is just me running numbers, right? So I'm a business, you're a business, and you're a business that also has a non-profit aspect, and you want me to come and do what I would normally do for $150 an hour for clients for you for free because you have a good cause. But this good cause that you have is charging people $50 or more per head. why do we go to businesses and ask them to come and separate from their families, their loved ones, the things that they do well to help our business causes, but you've not as much as spent $1 with them? So as new entrepreneurs, that's something that it should be really thought about. Like when you're thinking about how you want to do business with people and how you want to get your creativity out of there, it's all mental first, truly. What do you want to do? Who do you want to work with? Why are you doing it? Why do they care what you're doing? And how are you different? There are a million African fashion brands. You can see somebody with a dashiki on every corner. And it's the one area that I've settled in the most, that and bridal. I settled in the most because I just feel comfortable there, right? But we're taught to have a mentality as there can only be one fashion designer, there can only be one stylist, there can only be one plumber per so many yards, and it's not true. Like, even if I wanted to take all the prom and bridal clients in my zip code, just on my blog, if I wanted to just take the clients that were just on my block to say, hey, I'll do all your prom gowns for $650, and you have between now and April 14th to get in your order, right? Who I am as a designer, who I am as a creative, is not going to resonate with it, not even, I'd say, half of the people on my block, because one, how my niche doesn't fit certain people. I make culturally cool clothes, like for all the aspects of life. So I make t-shirts, I also do bridal gowns, tutus, like I do all the things that I find fun. And it's the things that come from like these random ideas that I have, like, and I just happen to find people that were willing to invest in the crazy shit that comes out of my head. Like, let me put some sparkles and glitter. Let me set this little piece right here on fire. Like, when I'm explaining what I want to do, sometimes with designs, and I'm explaining to the person that's being a fit model, it doesn't sound safe sometimes, but in my mind, I'm seeing if I burn this silk, it creates its own edge, like it's an actual detail, and it's like a way of manipulating the fabric to give it a different look from just a flat sheet that I bought at a fabric store draped on something that's been done a million times. Like, I love reconstructive fashion where you take stuff and make it into something else. That's up my alley and will keep me busy just focusing on that for days. So having something that allows you to take the things that really, really give you passion, the things that you're really, really passionate about, the things that you make you produce more levels of oxytocin, that feeling of love, passion, and yes, all that goodness, right? All the things that make you feel high vibratory allow you to create better. And we all have feelings of anxiety and doubt and all of those things because we're pioneers, we're creators, we're manifestors. We operate in the aspect of God when we are creating. To me, when God had a thought, I want to create this, boom, here it is. You have that same ability to create the beautiful life or the life that you dream of just on using the things that come to your mind. I know for me, a lot of times I would sit on my ideas, and a mentor of mine came and told me, was like, what if you actually like created an incubator for every idea you had, kept a notebook or a legal pad, which I always keep on me. Keep a legal pad of all the ideas and all the types of things that you want to host and all the people that you want to meet. And I found like 50 different ways to do that. I have something on my tablet that has pictures. I have something, a notepad for me writing it, because it goes from the heavens to the earth to my hand, you know? So selling my creativity has allowed me to be able to pull myself out of some fucked up situations, just based on knowing how to sew, knowing how to do hems, knowing how to dye fabric, knowing how to set people up. So with affiliate marketing, network marketing, scheduling their social campaigns, like these were all things that I had to learn from either learning to sew to start doing my own brand to helping and being a fashion blogger. So knowing how to set up my blog, knowing how to do coding and hex coding and knowing what colors my brand, all of that paved the way for all the stuff that I'm doing now. And it was based off of someone saying, hey, go create something. And my viewpoint started shifting when I started working with better people, Like their outlook on life was just better. They ate better foods. They started shopping different places. Knowing the different level of clients, where your clients are, knowing that some of your clients might be $20 clients, some of your clients might be freebie type. So you have to position your brand. When you're being creative, you have to position your brand in ways to catch all of the levels and all of the tiers of clients that you have in some type of funnel. There's the free crowd, which is going to be the majority of the people that come in at the top of your funnel. Then there are people who spend between free $99 and about $50. They speak a certain language. Then there's the different people who spend $100 and more and consistently help you. Like having a funnel and knowing how people come to you, why people come to you, and where you're helping them and solving issues is all creativity. Like I think my next blog should be how to adjust to allergies, move in different climates. Because yeah, if you're doing business as an introvert, you have to know how to do business differently than someone who is an extrovert and always the life of the party, especially in fashion, especially in business, especially when you're actually always trying to meet and network and build with different people. As an introvert, the ball game is a little different because you have to become like a whole new person just to be able to present your ideas, to have someone hear you. In fashion, the way you do that is with your outfit, is with your brand image. So selling your ideas, presenting it in a package that works for the people that you're trying to reach. Here's a kicker. People spend billions of dollars on fashion. Some of the most wealthy people that I know, they go shopping in like jogging pants, sweats, t-shirts. And not only that, but how they shop, where they shop, and why they shop is different for them. And a person who knows quality or knows that they need to hire help, they hire differently. They hire based on quality versus need. Meaning, if your ideal client is somebody who deals in logic and numbers, you want to be able to meet their standards. And sometimes we used to, well, even for fashion school, they used to say that, how you look plays a part in how people see you. Well, that's true. People judge you. If you see someone walking down the street and they look all tattered, sometimes you assume they're about to rob you, they're poor. You assume whatever your mental image is of someone who may not be in like Ted Langford or Kenneth Cole or any of them people, like something that's buttoned up. Like if they have a different style from you, people judge you differently. But I've also known doctors, lawyers who clearly make well over 7 figures. They drive beaters. Like they put value in different places. So as a brand, you have to know who your client is, what you're offering, what your value is, and how do you reach the client that you're wanting? And how do you get comfortable with receiving all the increase that you're building for the purpose of being in business as an entrepreneur? Whether you stay at home, whether you're doing online marketing, whether you work for someone else, and whatever your deal is, humidifier. People with allergies, summertime, humidifier. Chamomile tea also. But whatever your thing is, you have to know how to market it, how to hire other marketers, and where to position your brand. And that's all the difference between you and the person next to you is your creativity and knowing how to harness your own superpowers, your own magical element. Everyone has something that they are specifically bomb at. I happen to have an eye for color. And I have a knack for fixing stuff and picking and adjusting stuff and tinkering. So someone not only helps me with anger management and breathing, because stick your finger with a needle over 5 times, you have to be able to breathe really, really slow. But the parts that are painful, or the parts where I have to take it down and redo it, or the parts that's not so perfect, builds character for, okay, when I build it next time, I want to use horsehair muslin and I want to use a hoop and I want to hand beat it. Like it helps build you. So solutions. Know who you are. Know who your audience is. Know what you're building and why you're doing it. Knowing why you're doing something on days where you actually want to quit and not go back to working a job Knowing your why, having an image of that helps, because it brings back the feeling of, I can do this. This is what I want to do. Because here's the thing, when you're starting out as an entrepreneur in a new area, or just trying something new, starting out on your own, 18 months. In 18 months, you will know whether you can take the pressure of being an entrepreneur, because you actually have to get up on days you don't want to get up. You got to make, like, it's not the security net of someone always being there to provide you with a paycheck for sitting at a desk for 8 hours. Because actually, there are several companies and brands that'll pay you to work from home to do the same thing that you do for other corporations. And sometimes they pay better. Like, knowing your value, knowing how to state your fee, and also knowing how to outsource your skills. All of that requires you to actually look inside your brain and look inside the things that you're actually good at, wanting to do and have a passion for, and saying, here's what I do. Here's where I need to position myself. Here's the companies that are hiring or looking for the skill that I have. And also, when you're sharing your expertise with people, place yourself in places that people are looking for exactly what you have to offer. So if you're someone who is looking for fashion shows or looking to launch a brand, or place yourself on LinkedIn, Indeed, all of the work-related sites and posts as an entrepreneur, and also all the visual places, because we're visual people. We form better memories when we have a visual or a sound associated with the thing that's what you're marketing. So at the bottom of all of this is all mental. You want to get your people, your tribe, the people that you're marketing to, your niche. You want them to know, like, and trust you by being able to see your work, get a sample of what it is that you're doing. And when you're providing solutions that matter and allow you to position yourself in a win-win position. So as a fashion designer, no one cares about lingerie. Like, someone cares, but it doesn't change the world. When I provide solutions that say, okay, this month I'm going to sew undergarments, pajamas, make cotton sanitary napkins for the local women's shelter. That's a solution that matters, and it allows me to be creative in saying, hey, well, I just had some extra fabric, and I know that there's a women's shelter close by, so is it okay if that's a bond formed with a brand or a corporation that says, hey, she sews and she thinks about the community, and we like her because she's great. Branching out to companies that need you, as opposed to just trying to say that my brand is for everyone. Being specific about how you place your philanthropic efforts matters, and not just because someone has a need and want free labor. It's a difference. So keep lists around, share your value, know exactly what it is that you want to be valued for, because time is the only thing that you cannot get back once it's gone. Like the thing that we try to get with people that we love, jobs we want, vacations that we want, we're going after creating memories to capture moments in time. Once gone, you can't get that back. So invest your time, invest your talent, and sell your brain. Sell your brain for the things that you're wanting. You want a new house? Use your brain to get it. Create a proposal for something that it is that you do. If you're a photographer, create a proposal for Nikon that they pay you to shoot the next 6 commercials, edit it, and create it cheaper than their favorite guy, using all of your favorite technology methods, and present it in a way that presents not only you win, but the company wins too. So if you are looking for help with marketing, branding, mindset, and startup, or just how to get dressed for corporate things and you're not a corporate type, join or check out the group. The link is down one of those directions. If you are also, the newsletter. The newsletter will have all of the travel dates, cities that I'm going to, book launches, anything that I'm doing that you need details about, or just want to stay in touch or keep up with different series and webinar challenges, that will be the place. So I am Tina Cannon, owner of Jaded Kisses Designs, fashion designer, mompreneur, spiritualist, foodie. I am that person that just really enjoys life, and I want the people who look like me to win. And it's not as hard as most people think. It's not that I have a preference about one particular individual. I just choose to help the people that society skips over a lot of times. So with that being said, newsletters going out this week on different things that I'm doing. And you also have the link for the group. I will be live Monday through Friday, 12:30-ish, dropping tools and tips and resources on marketing, mindset, and fashion. Later, guys.